Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you happen to be new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, this is going to be a series of how to install hidden fog lights in these areas right over here. And this is actually video number 5. I can't believe we made it to video number 5, as I do shorten these videos to 10-minute increments. Now, the reason for these videos, or really on this particular installation, most people want extra lighting, but yet they don't want to go this route where I install these lights over here. They want a more stealthier look, so by putting lights inside the vents over here, they're out of sight and they don't look bulky and stuff. Plus you get when you hit the switch, you actually get the extra visibility for nighttime driving. All right, well, that's a little bit about that. If you guys are enjoying my series, please smash the like button, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, which is down there as well, and the notification bell, which is over there as well. Share my videos. If you guys know anyone else that has a Gsxr 1000 like this and can benefit from adding lights in the air duct area. All right, let's get to it and let's continue on with the installation series. All right, so this is going to be the part that we're going to need to do next. Since we already kind of got everything wired up in the front, we do need to put this relay. Oops, there goes the cover for that. We're going to have to put this relay and this cable in that little pocket area that I was telling you about over here. So first things first, let's go ahead and grab our key, and we're going to need to pop the passenger seat out. There we go. Get that off of there now. And then, now that we got that out, then we're going to pop these little tabs off. And what the tool I'm going to be using for that is going to be this pry tool. Pop this thing in there. Actually, let me see if I can do one right now for you guys, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's going to get in there and then pop it up like that. And then we're going to get the part that looks like a little fork and then get it at the bottom and then just pull it out just like this. So same thing with this one. Get it out and get to the bottom and oops. Don't ever want to lose those guys, because those don't come by easy. And they're OEM too. All right, so now that we got those two pieces out of the way, now we can put those in the pocket, and I'm gonna go ahead and pry this plastic. It looks like we may have to remove these two screws, 4mm Allen key to get it out. Yep, we're gonna have to do that. These darn Japanese bikes never can be easy. All right, so we're gonna get the 4mm and remove these two screws. That kind of give us a little bit of leeway to remove this plastic, kind of get out of the way so we could tuck this cabling inside. All right, now that I got the plastic out of there, and I guess I did need to remove it because that's where these two screws are attached to. So let's go ahead and move this little guy off to the side, or hold it, so I don't want this stuff to scratch the plastic. So I'm going to get the wires and we're just going to kind of tuck it. And there is a nice little pocket here, more than I thought, on hiding the wires actually. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of just tuck this in there. So as I am actually going to move the camera, because the camera is kind of in my way right now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of really neatly put this with some zip ties to make everything nice and neat, and install it in this area. Once I'm done, I'll show you how it looks like and how I did it. All right, here we are going mobile again. All right, so this is what I did. I folded the cables over here. Let me actually sit down so you guys can see. All right. So what I did over here, I just kind of folded the cables, as you could see, and just tucked it over there. And then the relay, I actually found a nice little pocket right here, shoved it in there. Zip tied these wires to the starter relay wires right here, and that's kind of holding it down. And then this piece is just kind of right there. If I kind of move this cover, you guys can see a little bit better of everything. Everything is all nice and tucked away. Now I could go ahead and put this little cover right back in its place. Put this two screws here, the two tabs there, and that'll be that. All right, not really much to show over here, guys. Not that you already put this piece together, although whatever, put the screws in and put the seat back on. Just for now, we're gonna go ahead and put temporarily our main seat, and then we're gonna lower down the tank, because right now we need to actually align the new auxiliary lights over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and temporarily put my seat on for now, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alrighty, so kind of just want to give you another update with the wiring. So I have all the wires already through here. I had obviously poked it through. This is for the LED going to the back, but the rest of the harness is coming behind the frame and up to this point. Since I do have a little bit of I don't need that much wire kind of hanging in this, kind of area. So I just kind of bunched it up a little bit over here and put a zip tie on it. And there's like a nice little pocket area over here in this front part on the Gsxr. Now that I already got that, I could just go ahead and pop that through. But the rest of the cables, I actually have it coming out through here. And if I ever need extra slack, I could just pull this out of here, cut the zip tie, and get a little bit extra wire. So there we go. All right, so I just go ahead and tuck it there like this. Now we have the two wires here. The one is going to be the switch, which is here, and then the one with the two posse taps. The white one is going to be the switch. Even though it has a switch here, this is almost like a secondary switch really, but it gets a signal from here that knowing that the power is on. on, and then this one is for the high beam. Then you got your, I would say this is probably just the master switch, honestly. So if you are going to, you know, use this switch, just find a place somewhere where it's gonna be convenient for you, you know, to attach the switch. For me, I'm gonna be using a different type of switch. It's still gonna be an on and off switch, but I'm gonna have it actually located like by the handlebar, and so I'll be showing you on that with what I'll be doing, obviously, for the switch department. Next, we got our posi taps. We need to route this towards the front of the bike, so let me show you where. All right, so now I just move the camera. So I got the wires kind of coming on the other side of the fork over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move that. The switch part is gonna still be in the front here, and this other one with the posi taps, we're just gonna kind of route it through here and then have it towards the front. Now we have to tap into the headlight harness department. As you can see, I already put my posi taps there as I was testing everything. I was going to go through the harness back over there, but for some reason the cables, even though they're the same color, somewhere over there on the harness, it doesn't seem to be the same ones, which is odd. So I just figured I'd just go straight to the source, which is right here by the connector. This is for the headlight. So what we're gonna do is we're going to tap into, there is 3 wires here. There's going to be a yellow, a white, and a black. You zoom in a little bit more. See, there you go. So we're gonna tap into the yellow and the white. So on the posi tap, white is going to go to white, and on the switch, pretty much white is low beam and yellow is high beam. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into that. Now the reason I'm putting both wires to it, you know, you could just go with one. You don't necessarily have to connect the blue one, but as long as you have the white to the white or whatever, go that route. But for me, I want to be able to turn on my auxiliary lights whenever, you know, if it's on low beam, awesome, I could turn on the auxiliary lights. If I put high beam, you know, I want to be able to turn on my auxiliary lights. If I were to, you know, if I were to leave this like this, as soon as I put high beam, the auxiliary lights will turn off. So you definitely don't want that. Or you could do it vice versa. You don't have to connect the white. You could connect the blue to the yellow or whatnot. So when you hit the high beam, both your high beam and the auxiliaries turn on. And then when you turn off your high beam, the auxiliary and the high beam lights will turn off. So it's pretty much on how you want to do it. But for me, I want to be able to turn on my high beams no matter if I have high beam or low beam on the, you know, originally on the bike. So therefore you have to do it this way. So we're going to connect the blue to the yellow. So let's go ahead and screw that in nice and tight, nice and tight. All right, so now that both of those are connected, let's go ahead and turn on the bike. Make sure that the switch over there for the fuel pump is turned off. And yeah, all right, so I'm not going to put the camera directly in front of the lights as I don't want to blind the camera. So okay, so let's go ahead and turn on our bike. Okay, the bike is on. Gonna go ahead, we have the switch right here, so you could go ahead and turn on the switch. Apparently the switch that's over here is not LED. It doesn't light up when you hit it, and it seems to be reversed. I think I might have to switch the cables, because normally when you press the part with the button or the little indicator, that should be on and down should be off, but for this one, for some reason, it's the opposite. So hit the switch, and there we go. Now we got our auxiliary lights in already working, and honestly guys, it looks really good. It's like really hidden. It has that, you know, shape over here when you look directly into it kind of thing. Even though you're gonna get blinded by the light, you know, it kind of gives that aggressive look or whatever. But once we have everything on, you know, it's gonna be perfect, honestly guys. You know, once we get it out on the road, no one's gonna know that we have extra lighting on our bike. And especially when you hit those dark roads and you hit these high, you know, these auxiliary lights, you're definitely gonna get a ton of light. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But other than that, over here in the garage, you could see kind of the light pattern coming out. It almost looks like a, you know, like a laser, you know, style light. And then again, you know, you could hit the switch to turn them off. But if you wanted to put it, like I said, with the low beam or high beam, so when you were to hit the, you know, high beam, they could turn on, and then when you turn off your high beam, they'll turn off. But like I said, I want to be able to turn on mines regardless, low beam or high beam. And what you hear me clicking is actually the high beam switch on the bike, which is right here, or passing light. So obviously we don't have the headlight on, so yep. All right, so that's that. We already got this wired. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to position the light where we're gonna get optimal lighting when on the road. And to do this, we do need to put the headlight back on, but we're not gonna completely put it back on. And the reason is to put the headlight back on is because right now these are loose. If we were to adjust it and tighten everything down and put the headlight back on and just go out on the road, we may have crooked, you know, angles on the light. So I want to make sure that we have optimal positioning on the light itself. So therefore, that's why we're going to put the headlights, so it could be everything where it should be. So let me show you how to do that. And we could just go ahead and turn this off now. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the key. Oh yeah, so speaking of turning off the key real quick, you could leave this on. You know, if you were to do it the way I did it, you know, if you happen to, you know, not wanting to push the button or whatever, as soon as you turn the key, it's going to turn off anyway, because that's a signal, you know, from here that, you know, the key is off, so therefore it's going to turn off your lights. And then, you know, when you get back to the bike, you know, you turn it on, obviously your lights are going to turn on. If you happen to forget to push the switch or whatnot, rest assured that it's not going to drain the battery. You cannot turn on these headlights or these auxiliary lights with the key in the off position and or you know, your key out of the bike. It's not going to allow you to. All right, so let me go ahead and turn it off. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it off anyway there. So again, let me go ahead and show you. I already got the key out, and if you were to push the button, nothing happens, which is perfect. You definitely don't want that. You don't want someone to come by your bike and say, ooh, a switch, and push it, you know, and some of the lights were to turn on, it's going to drain your battery, but it doesn't do that with this system, which is perfect. Alrighty guys, this concludes this section of the video. I appreciate you guys watching my series. Now stay tuned for the next one, and before you guys go, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you guys have any comments, please post them down below. Alright guys, catch you guys in the next one.